Good morning to our lecturer, Mr. Ashraf Azam, and thank you for joining us today. I am Abang Samizan Said from DAD 3B, one of the speakers for today. Our presentation is titled Plastic Waste and Single-Use Packaging. This is based on our case study that we conduct a few short days ago for our assignment. Before we begin, let's take a moment to reflect on a simple question. What kind of world are we as future engineers building for tomorrow? At Polytechnic Kuching Sarawak, or PKS, we are surrounded by innovation, creativity, and technology. But at the same time, we face a growing challenge that affects not just our campus, but the planet itself: plastic pollution. The issue we're tackling isn't just about waste, it's about responsibility. As engineering students, we are taught to prioritize safety, ethics, and sustainability. Yet, our daily convenience often contradicts this principle. The truth is, our actions today determine the kind of engineer we will become tomorrow. That's where our vision comes in. We aim to transform PKS into a sustainable microcity guided by United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities. Our goal is to create a cleaner, more resource efficient, and environmentally responsible campus. We want to make a PKS not just a place of learning, but a living model of sustainability. This presentation will explore how we can achieve that transformation through green technology, ethical engineering practices, and community collaboration. From waste management systems to greener infrastructures, we'll show how our campus can lead by example, reducing plastic waste, promoting eco-friendly habits, and building a culture of shared responsibility. Our project is inspired by the belief that our sustainability begins at home, and for us, that home is PKS. The Transforming PKS into a Sustainable Microcity initiative focuses on applying green engineering principle proposed by Anastas and Zimmerman in 2003, particularly design for separation, design for circularity, and life cycle thinking. Now then, we analyzed that the issue with PKS is that it generates a large amount of single-use plastic waste daily from cafeteria food containers, drinking bottle, and vending machine. If you had ever just roamed around Polytechnic, you might see a stack of plastic containers and cups in the garbage, especially around the populated area like the canteen and the cafeteria. It seems like when it's more convenient and economical, sellers will capitalize on that convenience. The low price of the foods and drink at our cafeteria did not come without cost after all. Plus, it pains me to see that the plastic are simply discarded in proper waste bin. These plastics are likely to be thrown into our environment or even the ocean without recycling. We analyzed the main problems affecting our campus: a lack of waste separation, over-reliance on disposable plastics, and limited awareness of environmental impact. From this, we developed a plan rooted in innovation, ethics, and practicality. In a nutshell, our objectives would be to assess the plastic waste sources at PKS. Second, is to develop a solution using green engineering and SDG 11 principle. Third, we want to transform the institution into a green microcity. Fourth, we want to promote sustainable community habits within campus. And lastly, we want to instill sustainable values in future engineers.
Hi, my name is Hayden, and I will be presenting about analysis of its impact on the environment and PKS communities and ethical responsibility in managing plastic waste. So, for the impact on environment, first thing is plastic debris with clogging drains and waterways. Clogged drainways and waterways will cause a flash flood during heavy rainfall. This issue is increasingly common in Malaysia tropical climate. For the second thing is exposed plastic degrade into microplastic, which contaminate soil and water, posing long-term risk to both terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem. Moreover, the production and transportation of plastic materials are highly energy intensive. This means relying heavily on fossil fuels and contributing to greenhouse gas emission. So these factors collectively accelerate climate change and degrade environmental quality. So that's why our Earth is hot. Now, for the impact on Polytechnic Kuching Sarawak communities, first impact is littered and polluted campus detracts from quality of student life and undermines the institution reputation as a center for engineering excellence. After that, poor waste management creates unhygienic conditions that can attract pests and becoming breeding ground for mosquitoes. This will increase the risk of vector-borne disease. That disease are from mosquitoes. The costs associated with waste collection and disposal also strain institutional budgets. In addition, there is an educational consequence. This is the last one. If students are exposed to an environment that tolerates unsustainable behavior, they may not internalize the professional ethics expected of responsible engineer. Hence, the challenge of plastic waste at Polytechnic Kuching Sarawak affects environmental health, public welfare, institutional identity, and moral development of its students. Okay, next I will be presenting about ethical responsibility in managing plastic waste. So for the ethical, at the heart of the plastic pollution issues lies a profound ethical conflict between the ease of modern convenience and the moral responsibility to protect the environment. The issue reflects a moral conflict between modern convenience and environmental responsibility. Single-use plastic provides short-term ease but cause long-term ecological harm. The ready availability of single-use plastic offers short-term comfort but imposes long-term harm on the ecosystem and society. For an institution devoted to producing future engineers, such as Polytechnic Kuching Sarawak, this conflict becomes an ethical test of leadership. Engineering ethics, as outlined in professional codes such as those promoted by the Board of Engineers Malaysia, BEM. So the BEM code is uphold safety, health and welfare of the public, and then promote sustainable development in professional practice. requires Board of Engineers Malaysia requires practitioners to hold paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public, and to strive for sustainable development in their work. Continuing to rely on plastic for convenience contradicts these principles. Therefore, it is ethically imperative for Polytechnic Kuching Sarawak to model sustainable behavior, demonstrating to its students that technical decision must always account for the environmental and societal consequence.
Um, I will present about proposed solution, which is a green engineering and SDG 11 approach. The main ideas is aligned with SDG, sustainable cities and communities. The vision is create a cleaner, resource efficient and environmentally responsible campus. It's designed for separation, security and use life cycle thinking. The objective is to minimize waste at the source, keep material in productive use longer, ensure end-of-life process return resource safely to the environment. The key initiative is sustainable infrastructure is install solar power smart waste station for data monitoring. Zero waste cafe model. Replace single-use plastic with biodegradable material, bagasse, PLA. Promote reusable cups and container. Introduce a borrow a container system with refundable deposit. Mostly country in Europe use the what we call now a 3R process, like water bottle. If they put it into the machine, it will become a coin. You can get it, swap it with coin. Campus design enhancement. Add green space, eco corner, and pedestrian zone to improve livability. Host an annual PKS Eco City Day for awareness and reflection. Expect outcome. Cleaner and healthier campus. Reduce waste generation and improve recycling. A culture of shared responsibility and sustainability awareness. Back to the zero waste cafe model. Biodegradable material is the most good material for environment. It's not just like plastic bag, because it cannot be disposed like that, except you can recycle it.
Hello, my name is Faiz Wahiri bin Iskandar Wandi. Now I will continue about the improvement method based on SDG 11 Sustainable Cities and Communities. Main focus is SDG 11 Sustainable Cities and Communities. The goal is reduce environmental impact of urban settlement, especially for waste. PKS acts as a living model of a sustainable microcity. Cadet approach: improve waste segregation, green infrastructure, and sustainable transport within campus. Next, foster a safe, inclusive, and eco-friendly learning environment. And lastly, demonstrate how educational institution can translate SDG 11 into real-world action. The supporting detail is SDG 12, responsibility, consumption and production, promote waste prevention, recycling and use. And lastly, the borrow container system represent a shift to circular economy, keeping material in use and reducing waste generation. Next, The second improvement method, sustainable campus plan. The outcome is continuous improvement in environmental performance, stronger collaboration between engineering, management, and education. After that, tangible environmental and social benefit for the PKS community. Implementation plan. Launch a sustainable campus plan with awareness campaign and integration of sustainability into engineering courses. After that, student participation in monitoring and data collection. Next, capstone project on smart waste system or renewable energy. After that, vendor engagement. It is a incentive supplier to use eco-friendly packaging. And lastly, recognition and motivation. It is introduce eco-warrior of the month to reward sustainable behavior. Now, I will go to the next part. Is a conclusion. SDG 11, sustainable cities and communities offer a holistic path for managing plastic waste through resilience, livability, and environmental conclusiveness. By adopting green engineering principle, PKS can become a model of urban sustainability, educating engineers who live by the practice they learn. This initiative shows that sustainability is both an environmental and ethical duty, central professional engineering practice. After that, the Zero Waste Campus community system will reduce pollution and plastic waste, encourage collaboration and share responsibility, support Malaysian roadmap towards zero single-use plastic 2018 to 2030. Additional conclusion points. 1. Promoting circular economy. Encourage recycling and using material can significantly reduce plastic waste and extend product life cycle. Number 2 is innovation in packaging. Developing biodegradable or reusable packaging can replace single-use plastic and promote eco-friendly industry. Next, public awareness and education. Continuous education on plastic waste management is vital to change consumer habits and encourage sustainable lifestyle. Next, government and industry collaboration. Strong cooperation between police makers and industry and community is essential to enforce regulation and create sustainable system. And lastly, sustainable future vision. By embracing green engineering principle, institution can lead the way in achieve a low carbon zero waste future.
Alright, before we end things off, I'm going to show you all of our references. These are all incredible, reliable sources made by incredible professionals. All of them are properly researched, have credible data, and taken from the author's own experiences. All in all, thank you for viewing our presentation. It took a lot of effort in order for us to make this video. So, on the behalf of all of the team, goodbye and wish us luck, please.